how your thoughts are lying to you and what to do about it. Have you ever thought something like, I always mess things up. They didn't text back. They must be mad at me. I feel anxious, so something bad is probably going to happen. If any of that sounds familiar, guess what? You're human. We all think like this sometimes. But what if I told you that many of your thoughts are actually lies your brain tells you, and they're quietly shaping your mood, confidence, and life? These lies are called cognitive distortions. They are patterns of thinking that are often false, irrational, and harmful. But the good news is, once you learn to recognize them and change them, you take back control of your mind and your life. In this video, we're going to explore what cognitive distortions are, the most common types with relatable examples, and practical steps to change them. Let's dive in. What are cognitive distortions? So what exactly are cognitive distortions? Cognitive distortions are inaccurate thoughts that reinforce negative emotions or beliefs. Think of them as mental habits that your brain picks up over time, usually from painful experiences, fears, or the way you were raised. They twist reality and filter the world through fear, insecurity, or past trauma. They're not just bad vibes. They actually change how you perceive yourself, your relationships, and the world around you. And here's the tricky part. They feel real. They feel automatic. But they're often not true. An everyday example. Imagine this. You're walking past someone you know. You wave. They don't wave back. Your brain instantly goes, they're ignoring me. I must have done something wrong. Boom, your mood drops. But here's the reality. Maybe they didn't see you. Maybe they were deep in thought. Maybe they had a bad day. The thought, they're mad at me, is a distortion, a made-up story your brain tells you. And that story affects your feelings, behavior, and self-worth. Now multiply this by dozens of thoughts per day, and you start to see how powerful and dangerous cognitive distortions can be. Why do we have them? So, why does the brain do this? Simple. It's trying to protect you. Cognitive distortions often come from childhood, past trauma, or emotional experiences. Your brain learns patterns like, if I expect rejection, I won't be hurt. If I blame myself, I feel more in control. These mental shortcuts might have helped you survive in tough situations, but they no longer serve you today. It's like using old software on a brand new computer. Glitchy, slow, inaccurate. Let's break down 10 of the most common distortions with real-life examples. See how many sound familiar. 1. All or nothing thinking. This is black and white thinking. No middle ground. If I'm not perfect, I'm a total failure. If this relationship isn't amazing all the time, it's doomed. Real thought, I made a mistake at work, I'm worthless. 2. Overgeneralization. You see one negative event as a never-ending pattern. I always screw things up. Nothing ever works out for me. Example, you get rejected once and think, no one will ever love me. Mental filtering. You focus only on the negative and ignore the good. You get 10 compliments and 1 criticism. What do you remember? The criticism. That's mental filtering. Like putting on negativity glasses. 4. Disqualifying the positive. You reject positive experiences by telling yourself they don't count. They were just being nice. That success was just luck. You rob yourself of the chance to feel good, even when you've earned it. 5. Jumping to conclusions. You assume something bad without any evidence. Mind reading. He didn't call. He must be annoyed with me. Fortune telling. I'll fail the test. I just know it. You become psychic, but only for negative outcomes. 6. Catastrophizing. You blow things way out of proportion. I made a mistake. I'm going to get fired and lose everything. If I don't do well, my life is over. You turn minor problems into major disasters. 7. Emotional reasoning. You believe that if you feel something, it must be true. I feel anxious, so something must be wrong. I feel guilty, so I must be a bad person. Emotions are valid, but they're not always facts. 8. Should statements. You criticize yourself or others with rigid rules. I should be over this by now. People should always be kind. Shoulds lead to shame, guilt, and frustration. Try replacing them with I'd prefer or I'm learning to. 9. Labeling. Instead of describing behavior, you assign a harsh label. I failed that test. I'm stupid. She forgot my birthday. She's so selfish. Labels are overgeneralized, unhelpful, and judgmental. 10. Personalization and blame. You blame yourself for things beyond your control or blame others to avoid responsibility. It's my fault my friend is upset. If I were better, this wouldn't have happened. This creates guilt and prevents healthy growth. How to change cognitive distortions. Now that we know what they are, how do we fix them? Here's a simple 4-step system you can use anytime a negative thought shows up. Step 1, catch it. Pay attention to your thoughts. Awareness is the first step. Ask what thought just went through my mind. Write it down if needed. Don't judge, just observe. Step 2, label it. Identify the distortion. Ask, is this all or nothing thinking? Am I catastrophizing? Am I mind reading? Naming it takes away some of its power. Step 3, challenge it. Don't accept the thought as truth. Ask yourself, is there real evidence for this? What would I say to a friend who had this thought? Could there be another explanation? Step 4, replace it. Create a more balanced, rational thought. Instead of, I'm a total failure, try, I made a mistake, but I'm capable of growth. It's not about being blindly positive. It's about being realistic and compassionate. Real life practice. They didn't reply to my text. They must hate me. That's mind reading. Better thought. Maybe they're busy. I'll wait before jumping to conclusions. I made one typo in my email. My boss will think I'm careless. That's catastrophizing. Better thought. Everyone makes mistakes. It doesn't define my whole performance. I feel anxious, so something bad is coming. That's emotional reasoning. Better thought. I feel anxious, but that doesn't mean anything bad will happen. Cognitive distortions are sneaky, automatic, and powerful, but they're not permanent. They're just habits of thought, and habits can be changed. Every time you question a distorted thought, you're rewiring your brain. Every time you respond with compassion instead of criticism, you're growing. You don't have to believe everything you think. You are not your fears. You are not your worst thoughts. You are so much more than that. If this video helped you, give it a like, subscribe, and comment below. What's one distortion you often struggle with, and what's your new thought going to be? Let's challenge our inner critic together and make room for peace, clarity, and self-kindness. See you in the next one.